Jess Hilarious is a comedian. Chico Bean is also a comedian. Now, Jess Hilarious recently, she got a job on the Breakfast Club. She's a personality now. Probably one of the biggest radio shows in culture, the Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. You know what I'm saying? So her voice, her opinion kind of matters a little bit because it's on the main stage. So what she says goes down. But previous time, Chico Bean, you may know, seen him on Wild 'N Out, 85 South Show. He curved her a long time ago. And this goes to show no matter how rich you are, how successful, females still get butthurt when they get curved. A lot of women do this though. Like, have you ever seen people like come out, oh yeah, nah, he was gay, that's why he did this. I don't know why this is their first defense mechanism to do when they feel rejected or they feel lied to. But this is a little bit of conversation now. For the people who do know Jess Hilarious, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the conversation. You can see the tension is already rising.
I want to know what's next for 85 South.
Man, stop talking to me like you don't know me, Jess. What the hell wrong with you? I don't know what's next for 85. Nigga, get a job and act like. Let me tell you about Jess, man. Let me tell you about fuck that. I don't want to hear that. Let me tell you about Jess. Look, the day I buried my mama, right? I'm walking down the street. Somebody was like, Chico Bean. I'm like, hey, how you doing? She looked like, bitch ass nigga, you don't know who I am. And I looked and seen it was her. I'm like, oh, my bad. It was a long day. Fast forward, her and her friend get out the club drunk. They upstairs in my room eating my mama repast food.
Oh, you said you didn't want it, yo.
They was up there eating my mama repast. I don't even know she knew who died. She was like, I'm so sad about your sister. Can I get some more of that rice? Get some more of that rice, please. You want to talk about, I want to know what's next for 85 South. You got plenty more to talk about. You've been letting people nutting you and all that. What's going on?
Because I'm pregnant.
I know. That's how it happens.
And ain't no people, nigga. It's one... Listen, it's my job. Don't play around with me.
That's who I want to get. Come on, Jess. You know what I mean? We too free. You got your nails done. It look like COVID tests on your fingers. I love it. Always. How you liking your new job?
I'm loving my fucking job.
Let's see. There you go. That's what I need. I need that type of energy. Don't talk to me like no.
Now, you see, there's already a dynamic. Whenever a dude talk about, oh, I act like you don't know me, they got some history. But mind you, she's pregnant. She has a whole new situation. But the dynamic is calling him gay. Because he rejected her in the past, and now we're here. And now you want to act like you don't know me and keep it all corporate. Let's really break it down.
Telling Jess, if you had the internet in the 2000s.
What?
I'm asking. See, that's what I mean. That let me know what type of time you was on. You was in Baltimore eating crab cakes, and I already know what time it would have been. Because I might have came to see you in 2007 if I'd have known, what I know now.
But you've been bluffing for years. So
ain't nobody been bluffing. Ain't nobody been bluffing.
You became my nephew, and that's it.
Ain't nobody been bluffing.
Anyway, how's your love life?
Ain't nobody been bluffing. Don't do that. How's yours?
I'm good. I'm pregnant, and I'm happy now. So what's up?
I mean, I don't understand why you coming at me like that. Like, what is it that you're based? No.
He was scared.
He was scared. What was I scared of?
I don't know.
What was I scared of? Tell me what I was scared of.
Look, it wasn't even that he was scared. He just wasn't with it. Look, when I first got the Wild 'N Out, I was like, oh my gosh, I like this nigga. He quiet and shit. Like, he ain't all over the place. Like, he ain't wildin'.
Pick it and kill it. Whatever that shit is.
That wasn't even out when I first got there. That was a later game.
That was a later game.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I tried to throw some game on him. But he was like, oh, don't you have a boyfriend? I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that? You know what I mean?
Me?
Like, who? Yeah, right.
I come from out the ghetto. Niggas will kill you about a Jess Hilarious in my hood. You know what I mean?
It, but
I don't play them games.
My boyfriend, he wasn't that type of nigga. So that's the
what
thing.
What type of nigga was he?
That's why, I did. That's why I was going at Chico. I'm like, okay, now you cool. You know what I'm saying?
He quiet, he low.
Right. But he really like funny, like he down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that I broke up with him. I told him that I broke up with my boyfriend.
Did you really do it or you lied?
Then be.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did I lie? Yeah. I did. I let like a week go by and I was like, what's up now? We broke up. I was acting sad and everything. I'm like sad, like, what's up now? He was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. Like, how you not?
You see how fucked up that is? You see that fucked up?
Because he wasn't interested, he gotta be
you
gay.
don't want that pussy, I don't want none. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like, all right, he just gonna be a brother at this point.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, I gotta be very selective with any woman I deal with because of the perspective that I have and how I live. You're not about to come at me, not saying that you would have did this, but I know you would have just because I know you who you are. You just that type of person that you going to flash out. But, you're not going to be the only woman that I'm dealing with.
Right, and that's
So
what
I have
he
to be
visually told
very,
me.
very careful with who I let into the way that I operate. Like I say all the time, I make the outside of my house ugly. Because if you can't get, I'm going to lead with all of the shit that you're going to judge a man on. I'm going to let you know these things about me immediately. So you got a choice to make. But when you can see the type of person that a person is, I'm like, just ain't nobody about to be fighting with you at the Cheesecake Factory because you mad about the fact that I done did something that I told you I was doing. Like, she's the type of motherfucker that's going to act like you ain't never told her that shit. Like, I know what you said, bitch, but I wasn't listening.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
You know?
It just wasn't a word. But don't make it seem like I was scared because I wasn't. I mean,
I want to know how
was
Jess
a little
kicks game.
scared. He was
What
a
is
little
Jess? How
scared.
does Jess kick game?
man, she offer you crab legs,
and he
Baltimore
like-
shit. You want to go get some crab legs? You want to go get some crab legs and listen to some house music? That's what you want to do? You want to do? I got this.
Wow, interesting. Now let me dissect this. I'm gonna really dissect this to make this really make sense, right? So who cares, right? She starts off with, who cares that I broke up with, that I have a boyfriend? Why do you care about that? Now, Chico must have been so, whatever he had going on behind the scenes must have been so much that was like, yo, I don't care if I have a boyfriend. I'm willing to deal with this dude. His energy and thought process must be so intact. Because for one, for a dude to even tell girls, I'm dealing with other girls, take it or leave it, and they still do it, that's some real high value shit. Outside of all of this other blah, blah, blah. But when you could do that, and people, that's what the high value shit comes into. Because it's like either get with it or get lost. Like real shit. You get on the program or you get off the program. But to say who cares, that's almost like exposing the type of person you are. And now you're pregnant. And it's kind of like, if I was a dude who's had her pregnant right now, I'd be a little bit nervous. I'm not going to front. But then when you say my boyfriend wasn't really like that, that's almost degrading his character. Like, oh, he wasn't tough enough to defend himself. What are you saying about his character that's just like, he wasn't even that type of person. I can go ahead and run over here and talk to you behind his back. No, we in a committed relationship. Now, granted, maybe if there was something going on, she would have broke it down more, but it just goes to show that she did not have respect for that guy, basically saying how she lied about breaking up with him to get with another dude and didn't really do it, but just lied about it. So a lot of respect is not on the table for whoever that dude was. But the reason why this is important is because it goes to show no matter how successful we get as a black community, that hood mentality still weighs us down. Still weighs us down. You're a pregnant woman, nails are super long. There should be some class. This is how people change. People change, they start to adapt a certain level of class. A certain level of class is just very important. Now, even with the manipulation, just lying to him off the rip about a relationship status, just lying. Oh, I told you I broke with him. No, I didn't. You've acting sad. All this manipulation to win over. She probably didn't even really want him no more, but she probably felt so rejected that she had to prove a point to herself, which is like a dominating, controlling characteristic trait of somebody that you should always watch out for, bro. Always got to watch out for people like that who probably don't want you, but when you turn them down, they got to prove it to themselves that they're worth it. Because it's like, you don't want me. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about how when the black women were studying the black man, when the white girls are studying the black man and black women didn't want to, is because they truly feel like, you don't want this good body, this good vagina I have, you don't want this? Are you crazy? It doesn't matter what's going on up here, because they truly feel like pussy is power, because that's what they were told in the black community forever, that pussy is power. A dude should want me for no reason. I don't have to bring nothing to the table besides this goddamn vagina, and you should take it. Then you go into calling him gay, trying to do the only thing to break a man's character down because you no longer feel validated. To even still be up here pregnant right now, full-blown pregnant, and still entertaining this conversation in a way where it almost seems like she still likes him. It goes to show that people don't really change. And a lot of times we associate people with being famous where they should have a certain level of intelligence, a certain level of character. That's not always true. Like he kept saying, like, I told Jess straight up, you not the type of girl that can really handle. You might still show up and do, basically calling her ghetto. So that's just my take on that one, man. But you let me know your thoughts.